Most people wake up hoping today is the day they finally get it all done. They try to power through their to-do list using sheer discipline. But relying on motivation is exhausting, and eventually it runs out. Highly successful people avoid this burnout by rewiring their environment. They build systems that automate their decisions, making progress a requirement rather than a choice. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to build the perfect week framework. Grab your smartphone and open your calendar. We are going to map your existing commitments into a structured schedule that works for you, not against you. Structuring your environment ensures that executing your hardest work becomes the default path of least resistance. Let's start building it. Step 1 happens before we even touch the calendar. We need to establish clear alignment, and we can do this right on your phone. Open your native notes app. Take a moment to write out the quick list of 12 goals you want to accomplish this year across your business and personal life. Look at that list and identify the single most important goal, the one that makes everything else easier. Move it to the very top. This is your North Star metric. Now, pin that note. This physical action ensures this specific list is the very first thing you see every time you open the app. Set up triggers to review this pinned note 3 times a day, perhaps when you first sit in your car or during your morning reading. We set this up first because your North Star dictates your time. If your calendar doesn't explicitly serve the goals on this pinned note, your schedule is failing you. Now that we have our direction, let's look at a blank digital calendar. This is the canvas for your upcoming week. Every person has a natural energy peak. Time is secondary to that energy. Perform a quick audit of your day to find that window. For most, it's a steep rise in the morning, followed by a gradual dip after lunch. Once you identify that peak, block out a recurring 2-hour window on your calendar directly over it. This space is now reserved for your most difficult, creative work. Label this block Top 3 Daily Wins. Treat this time as sacred ground. Do not allow anyone to schedule meetings or interrupt you during this window. To ensure you are fully primed for this deep work, try exhausting the body to tame the mind. A physical workout immediately before this block begins can clear mental fog and sharpen your focus. When you match your most demanding projects to your highest biological energy, you can finish your primary goal before the rest of the world even starts their day. That handles our deep work. Now let's address the remaining tasks, conversations, and meetings scattered across the rest of your week. Bouncing repeatedly between analytical tasks and creative tasks causes cognitive switching. This friction destroys your mental momentum and leaves you exhausted by mid-afternoon. Look at this calendar with random 30-minute meetings scattered everywhere. We need to categorize these, whether they are sales calls, content creation, or admin, and group identical tasks together. Drag and drop these similar items into consolidated blocks during your lower energy afternoon periods. Batching eliminates the mental cost of starting from zero every half hour. It turns a scattered schedule into a repeatable workflow that functions like an assembly line. We have one final vulnerability to address: external distractions and inbound communication from other people. Pick up your phone right now, go into your settings, and permanently toggle on Do Not Disturb mode. Next, add exactly 2 30-minute blocks to your daily calendar labeled Comms Check. These are your dedicated times for processing emails, Slack, and texts. You are setting a boundary. Apps do not dictate your focus. You decide when to plug in. They are only allowed to reach you during these 2 narrow windows. During those communication checks, use the 2-minute rule. If a requested task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, just do it immediately. Don't plan it or write it down. Clear it and move on. For larger requests that pop up, default to saying no. If the commitment does not align with the North Star metric you pinned to your phone, reject it. Every day has exactly 86,400 seconds. By removing the world's instant access to your attention, you protect your most valuable resource. Take a step back and look at the digital calendar you've just built. On the left is the chaotic starting state, which relied entirely on your willpower. On the right is your new schedule, protected, batched, and distraction-free. This system removes the guesswork from your day. You no longer have to wonder what to do next. You simply follow the structure you've already built. If you want to use the exact template I use to buy back 30 hours a week, send me a direct message with the phrase YouTube Week. For now, close this video and begin executing your first protected block.